All right, so what is up, everybody? This is Fuck It We Ball, episode 3. Today we got a special guest. We got Adonis Arms, the basketball player at Texas Tech. So we're just going to talk to him about what he's doing in the basketball world. We're going to talk about some personal brand stuff, some NBA stuff. We're just going to kind of get into it. So Adonis, thank you for being on today. I mean, we're pumped to have you. Like I said, this is like our first like real guest. This is awesome. So, I mean, this is big for us. Like, we're excited to have you. So you can kind of just talk about yourself, like what you're doing, like what college you're at, where you've been, and just kind of talk to us.
All right, like you said, man, my name's Adonis Arms, originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Moved to Arizona when I was younger for skip the childhood and all that stuff, go straight to basketball. I was at Winthrop where I met your sister and all that for 2 years, my redshirt year and my active year. We won 2 Big South championships back to back, got 2 fat rings, one on the way. So after those 2 great seasons, I chose to give it another shot. And with the COVID thing, whatever, you could get an extra year. So I was like, I'm about to go to the transfer portal. And then, a lot of schools was calling me, and Texas Tech was one of them. Not gonna lie, I thought Coach Adams had the wrong number when he called my phone for Texas Tech. Not even gonna lie, I was kind of surprised when he called my phone, caught off guard, all that stuff. So for Texas Tech, that was a crazy thing because I never had thought that I'd be in the Big 12 playing with Texas Tech and all that good stuff. So for that was awesome. My apparel and stuff, AA 25, that's like my thing. AA is Adonis Arms 25 is my favorite number. I got it everywhere, tattooed everywhere. That's my thing. So for everybody that wants to check that out, it's on my Instagram. It's on the little link in my profile. Go ahead, check that out. We got hoodies, long sleeves, anything you want for real. So go check that out as well. Basketball wise, my favorite team in the NBA is the Milwaukee Bucks. 2021 NBA champs. So I'm excited about that, and we're gonna get another one for sure before it's all said and done. So yeah, that's pretty much me right there, man.
Yes. So one big question that I know I have is kind of like where you started. I know you started going to community college. So what was that like coming out of high school? And like, I'm assuming, because I don't know your whole story, but I'm assuming coming from high school and going to community college, you probably didn't have like a ton of offers or anything. So what was that like, maybe like not having like offers where you wanted to go and having to be like, okay, I have to settle for community college, but I know I could be better. And obviously you've proved that because now you're, big time D1, like you said, you're in the Big 12.
Yeah. For me at that time, honestly, I was just frustrated and like mad, like seeing my friends go D1, knowing that I'm better than some of them, but not given the opportunity to show that. So with time, I just think it was just God, honestly, just saying like, you're not ready yet. I'm not ready for you to do that yet. And I just had to just roll with it. I was blessed to even get opportunity to play basketball at the JUCO level. Some of my friends didn't even get that opportunity to because of grades or whatnot, whatever the case may be. But I was actually blessed to get that. So I was thankful enough to actually play. But yeah, man, it was frustrating. I didn't like it at all. Did not want to go JUCO. But there was the cards I was dealt with, so I had to rock with them.
Of course. We see that it's definitely a grind starting the JUCO levels. Like, I've seen the Netflix TV shows like Last Chance U, the football one, basketball one, and it's not always the prettiest time being like in JUCO. So, everywhere you've gone, you went, you balled out. When you were at Northwest, you were 20 a night, winning MVPs of the league, best player. So, you've gone wherever you went, you've really shown that you can play basketball, and you deserve the opportunity to keep going to the next level. So I know Brayden have some level questions to you.
Yeah, going back on something you said that that you felt like you were better than a lot of the people that went D1. What are your thoughts on the competition level at all the different levels you've played? Because I know that there's a lot of talk going around that like there's some D3 players that could definitely go D1 and like ball out.
No, that's definitely a fact. But for me, I don't even look at the level of basketball. I just look at the game itself. Like, we're just playing basketball, you know what I'm saying? So like all your training and preparation that you've done in the lab when no one's watching is going to prepare you for the game or for the practice or whatever you got in store. So the level, obviously, like it changes and it gets better. You know, better players go to the higher levels of play of collegiate basketball. But for me, I don't even think about, oh, I'm in the Big 12, or I'm playing against so and so, and this is so and so. Like, I'm just playing a game 5-on-5, and my team is better than yours. So we're just gonna rock out with it and do the best we can and stuff like that. But the level definitely gets better. It definitely does. But I just don't look at it that way.
Since you've been at Texas Tech, do you have any idea of what type of play time you're gonna be receiving this year, or is it kind of, I know the season's still a little bit away, so you're going through like training camps and stuff. So I'm just wondering if you have any thoughts of how much you're gonna play this year.
I don't really got no take on that, but I would assume that I would play a lot the way I've been doing stuff in practice and stuff. But we'll see what Coach Adams has in store. Like I said, man, I'm blessed to even be here and thankful enough. So we'll see.
Of course. So, I mean, kind of switching gears a little bit, we'll keep it basketball related. Obviously, there's big news in the basketball world the past couple of weeks. NBA free agency happened. So just what was like your favorite move? I mean, it doesn't have to be Bucks related. Just what move did you see in the league that you were like, that's a game changing move?
Game changing. Let's think. Well, DeMar DeRozan said he wanted to be a championship contender, and then he ended up going to the Bulls. So I was just kind of confused on why he did that. He teamed up with Lonzo Ball and Zach LaVine. I mean, that's a good three. Don't get me wrong, but like they're in the Eastern Conference. You got the Brooklyn Nets that's loaded, the Bucks that's loaded, the Celtics that's loaded, like the Hawks that was just in the semis to go to the championship. So like, I don't know why he did that. I saw Patty Mills went to the Nets, so that's you're gonna upgrade with that. Him coming off the bench, just knocking down threes, coming from San Antonio. So, I mean, you got KD, James Harden, healthy Kyrie, Patty Mills coming off the bench, and then they're gonna trade probably DJ for another big. I don't know, bro. That's getting crazy over there. My team, the Bucks, we just drafted 2 players. One from I think he was from the Big East somewhere. Seton Hall, I believe it was.
Sandro. He's got a long.
Yeah, I don't know his name. Yeah, but he a lefty. I think he's straight. I think he'll be straight coming off the bench or whatever. But I haven't really seen no like shake it up. I'm waiting for Dame Lillard to see where he's going, because that's really gonna shake some stuff up for sure.
You got any predictions where you might go?
I think Dame, if the situation is right, because Dame has that name to where he could pull superstars. You know what I'm saying? Like he has that type of pull. So I could see him, I could see a blockbuster trade if he really wanted to. I could see him going to, the Clippers, the Knicks, place where they got money for him to bring in other superstars. So the Knicks would be crazy. A trade, I don't know, bro. Like the Heat, because they loaded. You can trade a whole bunch of people for Dame, get him in the Heat culture. He a winner, so like him and Pat Riley gonna mix very well. So we'll see.
I'm a Knicks fan, so I'm rooting for the Knicks. That's for sure.
Yeah, the Knicks.
I'd love to see Dame in New York. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be wild for sure.
When it comes to like NBA players, do you like look up to anybody? Or I know we already kind of talked about Kobe, and we're gonna get into Kobe a little bit more later. But maybe in the league now, like still playing, anybody that you like try to mimic your game after or anything?
I like Zach LaVine, bro. He is tough. Zach LaVine, obviously Bron, because like Bron been there since forever. But Zach LaVine for sure. D-Buck, KD, Bradley Beal. Probably even James Harden for real, the way he be just ISOing, step backs and all that stuff. Like he's nasty when he's healthy. So him, like probably those guys right there. I got others too that I watch, but I mainly be watching Zach LaVine for real and Bradley Beal, D-Book, those two.
Yeah, they're all great players. Taking anything you can from them, that's just gonna make your game even that much better.
Sure.
So we'll kind of switch gears again. We'll kind of go back into like the personal brand and name, image, and likeness. I know Braden is really like into this, and like, athletes being able to like make money now off of their own name and stuff. So I know Braden has some questions for you.
Yeah, I'm a master's student at the University of Michigan, so I'm like really into this. So, what has the NIL legislation, has it opened any doors for you? And obviously, we're going to plug your brand, AA25.club. We'll have that throughout the video. But has that opened any doors for you? And what do those doors really look like?
Yeah, there's a lot of partnership opportunities for me to use in Texas because the laws change from state to state. So while I'm in Arizona right now, I'm not really looking to partner with anybody because I'm going back to Texas. So I don't want the rules to like conflict with what I'm doing and how they will react from state to state. So in Texas, I have a few partnerships that I'm gonna really join with when I get back there in the 20th of this month. So um, yeah, man, it's a lot of opportunities for us to make money, use our name, image, and likeness to get out there so people know who we are before the season starts and while the season, gets closer. The buildup of your name and stuff like that is really, really cool. Some of my teammates got partnerships with like big time businesses and stuff, so they really love it. But at the other side, some of my teammates not really getting a lot because of their name or like they don't really know a lot of people. A lot of people don't know them, so it's a balance of like who you are already and what you can bring to them. You know what I mean? So it's a two-way street, just like anything else. But it's very, very, very intriguing for sure.
Before Braden gets into that, Braden, before you get into that second question, so at the end you kind of mentioned how some teammates might not have as much opportunities because of their name. They might not be like as known of a player. Now, do you know if Texas Tech is going to do anything as like a team, so like you guys can split like a pool of money for like maybe a commercial or this and that? I don't know. I've seen some teams. I want to say it was a team in Florida that has like their team doing name, image, and likeness stuff, so they can just split the money as a whole, so they each get an equal amount in certain things.
Yeah. So like I said before, that might just be a rule in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't heard nothing like that in Texas yet. So maybe coaches hasn't said anything, and the NIL committee hasn't said anything, but that might just be a rule just that they have in Florida for real. So yeah.
So moving on to my second question. Do you think that this legislation is going to influence where players end up deciding to go to college?
I don't think it's gonna. It might influence them, but with the addition of like the G League Ignite and stuff like that, overtime elite and things like that, where younger players can get paid faster and have a pipeline straight to the league or overseas, or whatever. I think it'll be a conversation that they'll have. Like you go to college and you have your name, image, like that you can get paid while you're still in college and stuff like that. But like the backside of that is they still have to go to school and they still have to take class. So like maybe they don't want to do that. Maybe they just want to play basketball, get paid, and just worry about being a professional at that time. So it could, depending on the player and what they want to do. If they have like a business already that they want to start and get a jump start with other businesses to see how it goes, then maybe so. But for me, if this happened and this was my first year and I had G League Ignite over here and college NIL on this side, I'm gonna go with the G League Ignite so I can be playing all day, every day, get paid, and worry about take care of my family. So yeah.
Yeah. So talking about G League Ignite and like the other opportunities that players are getting nowadays, do you think that NCAA has like a real, like they should have like real concern that they're gonna start losing like I mean, we're already seeing it with like I mean, it looks like Amani Bates is gonna leave and not go to Michigan State now. I mean, he already decommitted, but it looks like he's gonna go to the G League or somewhere else. So do you think that the NCAA should be really concerned with losing like its top tier talent?
I think the NCAA has a serious competitor on its hands with the G League Ignite team and just allowing players to fully skip college and go straight to being a pro. You know what I'm saying? It was just like the one and done rule that was in effect a long time ago before they took it out. So like I said before, man, I think it really just depends on the player and what they want to do. If they want to go to college, I mean, it's obviously there for them, but if not, they have another route that they can go to and use so they can take care of their family, themselves, whatever the case may be. So I think the NCAA definitely has a competitor on their hands, though. I think they definitely do.
I definitely agree with that. I mean, I've been a big supporter of players being able to go to like the G League and be able to make money. The only time that it like sucks to see is when someone like Dacian Nix, who like if he went to college, I feel like he's a no doubt first round pick. And like
I was surprised he didn't get picked either. I was like, wow, that's the downfall though.
Yeah, exactly. Like he goes to the G League, but so did obviously Jalen Green, Isaiah Todd, Jonathan Kuminga, and Nick's kind of got overlooked in the league. He didn't really get a lot of like minutes, and well, he got a lot of minutes, but he didn't get a lot of opportunity with his minutes. And he was kind of like feeding, facilitating for everyone else to do well. And he's like the odd man looking out now. And I mean, someone signed him to their summer league team. I can't remember. But like stuff like that, it is like it's tough to balance. Like, do I want to go and maybe I'm not going to be the star like Jalen Green, and I'm still going to be a top 5 pick. And if I went to college, it's a hard decision, man. I mean, it's up to every person individually for sure.
Right, 100%. It's just like let's use Ja Morant as an example. Like, say if Ja Morant didn't go to Murray State and he went straight to the G League Ignite, Ja Morant's athleticism and his playmaking ability and his ability just to play basketball was going to show either way. Like, I feel like a guy like Daishawn Nix, like, he's a good point guard, great point guard, but in a college scene, I feel like it would have got explored, like it would have got shown more than being in the G League Ignite, in my opinion. Because he's a first round pick in my opinion. I think the way he passes the ball, shoots it, shares it, all that good stuff, like you just said. So maybe the G League Ignite overlooked him, but I definitely think he should have got picked in the draft for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Sleeper.
I'm not too versed on all this, but so you're saying in certain players' cases that they can make a decision based on how they're going to play. So like, you think that if you're like a certain type of player that you should go to the G League Ignite, and if you're not, then you should go to college, try to.
Yeah, I just think it's based off your opinion. So like Imoni Bates, he has the ability to play college basketball and to play in the NBA G League Ignite because he's just that good. You know what I mean? Like Chet Holmgren, he has the same thing. He's a 7-footer with a 3-point shooting ability, can pass, can dribble, all that stuff. So he has the capability to play college basketball, which he chose to go to Gonzaga, or he could have went to the NBA G League Ignite. I just think it depends on what you think you are as a player and what other people think you are as a player too. So the confidence that you have in yourself to play at each level, obviously you got to have that option to go to each one because not everyone's going to have that option. So I think it's something that you should definitely think about, but choose the best option for yourself, not for what everybody else thinks.
For sure. The draft was only a couple weeks ago now at this point. I mean, did you see, like, other than Knicks, like, did you see any like surprises? Like maybe someone went really high where you didn't expect them to go, or maybe someone went undrafted, or just any type of surprise that you saw in the draft?
One of my teammates just left Florida State. So Scotty Barnes got picked 4th to Toronto Raptors, I believe, right? To the Raptors.
Yeah.
So when he actually said that he was going to go top 5, I was like, I don't know, bro. I don't think he's going to go top 5. He definitely lottery, but I don't know about top 5. And he went forward. I was surprised. And he was like, bro, I told you. I was like, hey, so that's probably a surprise for me.
I've been big on the Scotty Barnes train. I think he's going to be so good in the league. Like,
yeah.
He's just that two-way player. Like, I mean, my comp for him has always been kind of like a Ben Simmons, but like can shoot better. But like, I don't even think that that's like a real good comparison. Like, I don't think there's anybody in the league right now that like has Scotty's intangibles on both sides of the court and like has it all together. Like, I think he can really surprise people.
I heard comparisons to Giannis.
Yeah, I've seen the Giannis. I've seen Draymond. I've seen like Draymond with more offense. I mean, I've kind of seen. I'm telling you, I'm big on Scotty Barnes. So like, I had him going in my mock draft. I want to say 6, but he was my number 4 player on my big board. So like, I was big on him. But I mean, I was happy to see that. I thought it was a weird fit. I thought they definitely needed a guard, the Raptors, after losing Kyle Lowry. But I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I thought they were going to take Jalen Suggs, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, they have all those like real long, lanky, like switchable defenders now with like Siakam, Scotty Barnes, OG Anunoby, Chris Boucher. Like, it's going to be hard to score on that team. They don't have a whole lot of offense, but it's going to be hard to score on them. Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
So kind of moving on, have you like faced anybody in your collegiate career that you're like, man, that was easily the toughest guy I've had to guard? Like, this guy is just unreal? Or do you feel that like when you're playing against anybody, like you're just as good as everybody? Like you can match up against anyone?
Honestly, I just feel like I can match up against anybody, to be honest. Obviously, there's players out there that are really, really good that I give my respect to when that time comes. But when we're on the floor, I don't really have friends, and I don't really look to give out any like compliments to people, especially when you're not wearing the same jersey as me. So like after the game, we can be cool, chop it up, do whatever. But as soon as the game starts and we're in the middle of the game, I don't really talk to anybody unless you're my teammates, coaching staff, or anybody on my side. I just feel like for myself that I'm just capable to play with anybody at any level at any time.
For sure. Before we get into some of the final questions that I know Braden has for you, what is like just a couple things or one thing that a basketball fan that might not know you, what do you want them to know about you? What do you want them to know about Adonis Arms?
That I am super chill. I don't do too much. I smile a lot. I love Fortnite. I love that game so much. That is my favorite game ever. I just like to hang out. Crab legs is my favorite food. I'm real goofy. Man, I'm just a kid in a 23-year-old's body. That's all I am.
Xbox, PlayStation, or PC?
Xbox, man. Xbox.
We both have PlayStation 5s, but we gotta run up Fortnite at some point. I mean, I haven't played in a while, but we gotta run it up for sure.
For sure.
Braden's good at Fortnite. I'm telling you that. Braden's nice at Fortnite.
Let's go. Let me know, bro. We can build for sure.
All right, so moving on to like a lighter topic. What we told you to bring 5 things onto the show that you could not live without. So let's hear what they are.
5 things on the show. Well, they're on the room, but my NBA ball, my Invisalign, can't leave the crib without my Invisalign. My strawberry banana body armor drink, my phone, and my AirPods.
Okay. So you said the strawberry body armor. We need to get Adonis Arms a sponsorship with body armor. That is it. He needs it every day with him. We need a sponsorship. We're gonna make it happen. We have to.
For real. Seriously.
There it is. He's got it.
He's repping already.
Can't leave without it.
I'm gonna have to just start sending emails to someone, see if somebody wants to listen to me. I'm just reach out to anybody.
Strawberry banana, that is gas. So good.
Another like lighter question. What are 3 songs on your pregame playlist right now that like must listen before a game?
Must listen to. Okay, so my favorite rapper right now, like I really say of all time for real, because I listen to him every day. His name is G Herbo. He just came out with a new album, 25. So that 3 songs might get reached out to like the whole album for real, because I listen to that thing every day, nonstop. That album right there is crazy for me. 3 songs though, I'll say. Let's do Lil Baby got to be in there somewhere too, because he's hard. So like any song with Lil Baby in it for real, that can be in there. Herbo, any song with him could be in there, and I say Drake for real. So those 3 artists, any song.
Okay, I respect it. I listened to the G Herbo album like one time, but I got to give it another listen for sure, because I listened to him. I like a lot of his features. So
yeah.
I mean, I feel like he's been featured on a lot of stuff recently. So I mean, he's already like big, but like the mainstream people might not think he's big. So like he might be like taking that next step to be like mainstream big, which I mean, that'd be dope to see.
I heard a lot of mixed opinions about Herbo, but for me, he's the GOAT for me. Like
personally, I know people don't really like his voice sometimes. He got like that deeper like tone voice.
True.
But I like people that have like different voices. Like I'm a big A Boogie guy, and he's got like a different type of voice. So like I like stuff like that. It's just like it's something different to like listen to and to hear. So I got no problem with it. I like it for sure.
Right.
All right. So moving into our last segment, which we're gonna ask everybody that comes onto the show, what is your controversial take of the day?
Kobe Bryant is better than LeBron James.
All right.
Okay.
Adonis said it. I mean,
Hey, he said
Facts.
it. We ball on this show.
I've
Hey,
always
bro.
been a Kobe guy. So I'm not saying anything against it. Obviously, like, I don't know if I would put Kobe above LeBron, but I'm cool with it. I'm down to just start the train. Kobe better than LeBron. We can start right here on Fucking We Ball. Like,
Nah, for real.
I'm
He's
down
better than
with it.
him.
I'm
He's
I'm
better
cool
than
with
him.
it.
Bro, some of the
Only
stories
reason-
that are coming out from Kobe saying, like, I'm going to make this shot, like, walking by the bench, like, you guys gave me too much time against the Raptors. Like, that's insane to me. Like, nobody's doing that nowadays.
He was so different.
Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing. I would, even if Kobe had 6 rings, I would put him above MJ too. Not even gonna lie to y'all. But if he had 6 rings, I'm putting him above MJ. So it would be Kobe, MJ, then Bron.
Kobe has
In my top
what,
3.
3 or 4 rings?
He has 5.
5. Okay. My bad. That's on me.
No, you straight. You straight.
Hey, I mean,
Nah.
he should.
Yeah,
should
one
ask.
more.
Yeah, just one more.
Yeah, one more. Then he'll be the. They all goats though. Like Bron, Kobe, MJ. They all the goat for real. Like you
Yeah.
can't, whatever. You can't really scale them off. But in my opinion, Kobe is he the alpha goat for real.
Mm-hmm. What do you think
in my
about
opinion.
like comparing players that played in different generations? Like, everybody wants to have the LeBron Jordan like comparison. I think you can't compare them. Like, the game is so
Nah.
different.
Yeah, no, I don't like that either. Cause like when people say if you put LeBron in MJ's era, he'll go crazy. But like it's the same thing with if you put MJ in this era, like he'll go retard. Like he went crazy back then. What you think he's gonna do right now? Like,
Yeah,
come on, bro.
he's going like 35, 40 a night.
Yeah, 40 literally because all the foul calls, the touch, like
He was going
bro.
35 a night back in the 80s. So he's easily
Yeah,
going 35 a
bro.
night now. It's
like you had one team that had the Jordan rules to literally try to foul him and like hurt him, like so
Yeah.
he wouldn't go off for 30 plus. Like if he was in this generation, this era right now, every team in the NBA will have a Jordan rule, like every single one,
yeah.
because he'll average 40 a game. Like it'll be easy for him, and he'll have a million rings. I don't know how many he'll get. He'll just go crazy. It wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, for sure.
It's such a tough conversation to have too, because like recovery nowadays is so important. And back then, like Jordan would he'd play a game and then go gamble until 4 a.m. and then be able to go play the next day. Like it's
Right.
just crazy.
Right.
Jordan's a different breed. Jordan, Kobe, those are like the two that they're different.
Different for sure. For sure.
But that's all we really have for this episode. I mean, we can't thank you enough for being on the show. Like, this is great. We'd love to have you back on down the road. I know we're hoping to just keep doing this for as long as we can. And I mean, this was a great time. We love talking basketball. So we really appreciate you taking time out of your day. I know it's probably hard, with basketball, workouts, etc. This is great. We can't thank you enough.
No, I appreciate the invite, man. Anytime you want me on here, just let me know, and I'm back on here. So simple.
If you ever want to talk about anything, just hit us up. We'll
if you got
clear up space for you to have a whole podcast.
If you got anything you want to say, you want to let something rip on the NCAA something, let us know. You come here. We'll give you the time for it.
All right, bet, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, so this was episode 3 of Fuck It We Ball. We'll be back next week. Thank y'all.